Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So Sudan, we have to remember that the tragedy in Sudan still continue. The G side still being supported allegedly by UAE and other states. So ladies and gentlemen, let us continue to raise our voice for the people of Sudan. And today I want to do something just a little bit different because sometimes it's it takes an emotional toll just to talk only about the tragedy and the atrocities that are happening. I One thing I want to implore to you guys, one thing I want to suggest to you guys is that don't get emotionally drained. Meaning, don't stop watching, don't stop supporting, don't ignore what is happening in Sudan. I know, you know, after seeing all these atrocities and so forth, you feel helpless. You don't know what to do. But you owe it to the people of Sudan. You owe it to humanity to continue to watch these videos. I know a lot of these videos are horrific. A lot of these um, atrocities that are being mentioned can take a mental toll on you. It has on me. So you owe it to the people of Sudan to watch, the people of Darfur, wherever, to watch these videos. And if it's making you upset, it means you have your humanity. So do not, you will lose your humanity by knowing that something is happening and you don't look at it. And watching it should motivate you to speak up on what is happening in Sudan. But I want to take something different. So the Sudanese army, the leaders, have called for mobilization to fight this scourge, which is the RSF supported by uh, these Gulf monarchies. So we want to offer just a little bit of solution where nobody, I guess, as I said, but we recommend that Sudanese outside of Sudan, those who are refugees or so forth, at least, you know, many say there are two evil sides that are fighting. But ladies and gentlemen, I think Sudan is so important. It's so important and it should not allowed to be fall or divided any further, it will be catastrophic for the African continent. Because Sudan will be just basically a gateway in Africa that these Gulf dictatorships can carry out their further the agenda of destabilizing other countries. Because Chad will be next. Whether the Chadians, you know, they might have cooperated, but they will be next. Ethiopia will be vulnerable. You know, even Kenya might be vulnerable. Tanzania, the whole of the East Africa into Central Africa, maybe even West Africa will get worse. So my suggestion is this: Sudanese within Sudan should mobilize themselves under this under the military with the Sudanese military. Sudanese outside Sudan should go back, join the military to strengthen the ranks of the military. Another suggestion is modern warfare are being fought differently. You know, these RSF are being supplied with weapons such as drones, satellite intelligence, and so forth, intelligence from these states that have unlimited funds. They have money to support these resources, to give these resources to the RSF. So, what if people outside Sudan can come up with a way to fund, to send money to purchase these equipment, training, and so forth for the army and help in this mobilization effort to fight the RSF that is carrying out this genocide. Third, another suggestion is neighboring state. The Sudanese army has to cooperate with neighboring states to stop the supply of weapons to the RSF. So maybe military cooperation as well with, I don't know, maybe Egypt. We know the game that Egypt might play, dirty games at least, but Ethiopia, Eritrea, and so forth. Because if Sudan goes down, these states will be completely vulnerable and they will be next on the chopping block. So, what imperialism does, it will crush any form of resistance because they're in the time where neocolonialism is being crushed. So, they're trying to come back with brute force of colonialism. You know, somebody said neocolonialism has failed, so now we are seeing the resurgence of colonialism, which, if you look at it on the surface, it might be the case, but that is not the case. Neocolonialism is colonialism. It's just a new way of doing it. But the reason why they are trying to use this blatant violence is because they have lost power. They are being weakened. When somebody is weakened, they don't have the time to act rational. You know, they're being more overt, they're being more, loud and so forth. That is some of our suggestion. Number one, mobilization within Sudan, outside Sudan, and financial support in Sudan, outside Sudan, change of military tactics. You know, the way modern warfare being fought is different. The advantage the Sudanese state has is that it has control of the sea. This is why the RSF keep fighting, trying to reach the sea. So we'll have a clear supply line. So attrition, this new way of fighting, drones, drones, standoff drones and so forth, missiles to wear the RSF down. And lastly, cooperation with neighboring states, because they will be next. We would just like to offer a few solutions to the situation. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.